10 places to visit in Croatia. Croatia has quickly become one of the must-visit destinations in Europe, and it isn't hard to see why. Historic cities and unspoilt nature are some of Croatia's top attractions. The vibrant capital city of Zagreb is home to some of the country's best museums, galleries, restaurants, and shopping. Along the coast, centuries-old harbor towns are packed with Venetian-era stone buildings, while countless pebble beaches offer things to do such as scuba diving, water skiing, and windsurfing. On the Adriatic, Croatia's blissful islands are a haven for yachters and those wanting to simply relax and enjoy the Mediterranean sunshine. Number 10. Rovinj. Located in northwest Croatia on the Istrian Peninsula, the Venetian-era seaside town of Rovinj is made up of pastel-colored houses, ringing a pretty fishing harbor, and presided over by a hilltop church with an elegant bell tower. Besides the nearby pebble beaches, the main tourist attraction is the Batana Eco Museum on the seafront, which tells the story of the batana, a type of wooden boat used by local fishermen. There are also plenty of top-rated hotels, upmarket seafood restaurants, and art galleries to explore. The locals speak a dialect that mixes both the Croatian and Italian languages. The nearest airport is in Pula. Number 9. Korkula. The town of Korkula, the chief settlement on the island of the same name in South Dalmatia, sits snugly on a tiny peninsula. Protected by medieval walls and towers, its car-free stone alleys are laid out in a herringbone pattern so as to give shelter from the prevailing winds. Packed with centuries-old aristocratic stone buildings, Korkula was built at a time when the island was under Venetian rule. The top points of interest include Marco Polo House, said to be the birthplace of the renowned 13th century explorer, while one of the best things to do is to catch a performance of the Moresca Sword Dance, a traditional dance staged for tourists just outside the town walls on summer evenings. Number 8. Zadar. Zadar's car-free old town is built on a small peninsula jutting out onto Croatia's Dalmatian coast. Said to be the country's oldest continually inhabited city, it can trace its roots back as far as the Stone Age. Its top tourist attractions are its many fine Romanesque churches, most of them built between the 9th and 13th centuries, and filled with superbly preserved religious paintings and ornate golden treasures. Be sure to check out the 19th century pre-Romanesque church of St. Donatus, the 11th century church of St. Mary, and the Cathedral of Anastasia, and the church of St. Chrysogonus, both from the 12th century. Other things to do include visiting the Museum of Ancient Glass, as well as two popular modern installations, the Sea Organ and the Greeting to the Sun, both on the seafront, close to the tip of the peninsula. Number 7. Pula. Located on the coast of the Adriatic in Croatia's popular Istria region, the historic city of Pula is well worth including on your travel itinerary. In addition to its lovely seaside setting, including a number of fine beaches, Pula is well known for its well-preserved Roman architecture and makes for an excellent day trip for those staying in other parts of the country. Though inhabited by humans for tens of thousands of years, it was the Romans over 2,000 years ago who left their mark. Of the numerous examples of Roman buildings that remain, none are as impressive or as big as the Pula Arena. It was built around the 1st century by Emperor Vespasian. A number of other Pula Roman ruins are also worth seeing. Of these, the best is the Roman Forum, a well-preserved ancient square that for centuries have been at the center of town life. Here, you'll also find the Temple of Augustus, a finely preserved column structure which boasts a collection of Roman sculptures. Number 6. Zagreb. The capital and largest city of Croatia, Zagreb is a vibrant metropolis packed with both historic and modern tourist attractions. Located in northwestern Croatia, the city dates back to the 2nd century AD, when a diocese was first established by Hungarian king Ladislaus. Today, Zagreb is a sprawling cosmopolitan city in the heart of Croatian culture, academics, and government. The city is divided into an upper and lower town, with upper town being the historic core, where tourists can walk down cobblestone streets and visit old medieval churches, towers, and palaces. Some of the city's most important sites include the Stone Gate with a painting of the Virgin Mary, which survived a major fire in 1731. Banja Luka Square is the city's main square and is the setting of historic architecture and restaurants. The traditional open-air market, Dolak Market, features many stalls selling fresh produce, clothing, and local handicrafts. Along the Strassmayer's Walkway, tourists can see artists, musicians, and other street performers. Number 5. Zlatni Rat Beach. Croatia's most photographed beach has to be the remarkable Zlatni Rat. Located in Bol on the south coast of Brac, this unusual landform, known as a spit, is made up of fine pebbles and runs 500 meters perpendicular to the coast. Depending on local winds and currents, it moves and changes shape from season to season. Backed by a cluster of pine trees offering shade and overlooked by the rocky heights of Vidova Gora Mountain, it is lined in summer with sunbeds and umbrellas. Widely considered one of Europe's top beaches, the sea is warm enough to swim from June through September, and some people even manage to stretch the bathing season out to May and October too. Extra attractions on the beach include water sports such as paddle boats, sea kayaks, and banana boat rides. Zlatni Rat is also Croatia's top windsurfing destination. Number 4. Plvice National Park. Croatia's most visited inland attraction, Plvice Lakes National Park encompasses steep forested hillsides surrounding 16 emerald blue lakes connected by a succession of thundering waterfalls. A network of footpaths and wooden bridges crisscrosses in the park, the country's first national park, and the entrance tickets includes boat rides across the lakes. Thanks to the lush, pristine nature, the park is a haven for wild animals, including wolves and bears, though they are timid, so you're unlikely to see them, as well as owls, eagles, and falcons. There are several hotels on the edge of the park should you wish to stay the night. You can also visit Plitvice on organized sightseeing tours by bus from Zagreb and Zadar. If you're planning on visiting without a guide or not as part of a tour, be sure to reserve your tickets in advance. It's a very popular tourist attraction that receives over 1 million visitors a year. Number 3. Hvar. Many tourists visit Croatia to explore the blissful Dalmatian islands, of which the most fashionable is Hvar. Here, the trendy city of Hvar is home to some of the country's top hotels and best seafood restaurants. Dating back to the years spent under Venetian rule, its car-free old town is made up of a spacious main square overlooked by a 16th century cathedral, a pretty fishing harbor, and a hilltop fortress. Grabsiva Cave is well worth visiting to see its interesting formations. The charming villages dotting the lush countryside are great for experiencing the local culture. Hvar is popular with yachters and celebrities, as well as travelers who come here to enjoy its beaches and water sports. It is served by ferry from Split. Number 2. Split. Another popular city on the Dalmatian coast of Croatia is Split. Nicknamed the Mediterranean Flower, Croatia's second largest city, Split, is located on a peninsula off the Dalmatian coast. Its old Roman architecture and orange-roofed houses create a striking contrast with the turquoise sea and dramatic coastal mountains. Abundant sunshine, impressive sights, dining, and nightlife all make Split a popular tourist destination. What's more, the buzzing city serves as a transportation hub to many of the Adriatic islands. This city is large, busy, and another great gateway to the outlying islands. Split is known for its beaches and the fortress-like complex at its core. With the Mediterranean climate, this best time of the year to visit is through the summer months. Number 1. Dubrovnik. Dubrovnik, Croatia's most glamorous tourist destination and a UNESCO World Heritage Site, centers on the magnificent old town area, contained within sturdy medieval defensive walls. Any first-time sightseeing tour of the city should begin with a walk around these sturdy old ramparts, which incorporate fortresses, towers, and cannons along the way. Located at the southern tip of Croatia off the Adriatic Sea, Dubrovnik was established in the 7th century on maritime trade. In spite of constant territorial threats from Venice and the Ottoman Empire, Dubrovnik flourished in the Middle Ages as a center of literature, art, science, and education. Other fun things to do in Dubrovnik include exploring the Straton, a wide 300-meter-long pedestrian thoroughfare lined with boutiques, cafes, and restaurants that's famous for its white limestone cobblestones.